Good day, YouTube. I am back in Montgomery, Alabama, my first base. I got here about 26 and a half years ago, Gunter Air Force Base. I haven't been here in 10 years, and I'm very happy to be here. A lot of history here. I got here when I was 24 years old the first time. I spent about 6 years here between Gunter and Maxwell, here in Montgomery, Alabama. Talk about a long time ago, and very excited to be here. I'm here for just a few days. I'm wrapping up my training today. I will go back home tomorrow, but I wanted to just share with you a little bit of history that I spent here. Like I said, I got here when I was 24 years old and left at 30. I've been back a few times, but it's been 10 years, and I don't have a car, so I'm walking around the base, which makes it even nicer because I get to see a lot of the history. I stopped by the fire station 2 days ago, and I ran into a good friend of mine that I served with who ended up getting out of the Air Force, firefighter, and has been here ever since. Then yesterday I ran into a second firefighter. I'm gonna go visit him after class today. And he actually replaced me when I left my position at the fire department. I trained him. It was a unique job. It was extinguisher maintenance, where my job was all of the fire extinguishers on Maxwell and Gunter, dry chemical, water, and halon. The halon are the ones on the flight line. Gunter doesn't have a flight line here. So when we would respond to fires, if we had any, it was structural, meaning houses or buildings, as opposed to aircraft. I spent 6 years here, and this is where I matured, and I have a lot of good friends here. I had dinner with another friend of mine. He's a retired master sergeant. He was the first person that we met when we arrived here in Montgomery almost 26 years ago. I had dinner with them the last 2 nights. Like I said, I go home tomorrow. I finished school here. I finished the last 2 years of my bachelor's degree. I finished my master's degree locally here at Troy University in Montgomery. I would walk, well actually we would drive here with my family when we first got here. Before these houses were built, there was an old church, and that's where we started to go to church at the beginning of our journey in marriage. But that building's closed, and it's just really nice to be back here. It's humid, love it. It's good for the skin. Like I said, I spent 6 years here. I arrived with my wife and my son, and then our daughter was born on Maxwell, just 11 miles from here. I just want to share with you the history that I'm getting to enjoy. My training is in the building of the Senior NCO Academy, even though I'm not here for that course. Behind me there's a heritage museum. Here's some aircraft. The library is just back here, and I spent a lot of time at that library because I would borrow books as opposed to buying them when I was prepping for college and in college. And if you didn't know, Maxwell Air Force Base is Air Education and Training Command, home of Air University, and they have the second biggest Department of Defense library. I borrowed a lot of books from there. It's an incredible library. If you ever visit Maxwell, it's a historic base. Go to the library. I think it's called Fairchild Library, but it is incredible. So here I am, back at Gunter. There's a lot of new things as well, and I want to just share that with you. For example, these service members right here. Incredible sculptures. Aircraft. History. When I was in high school, I didn't like history. And now I love history. There's the Heritage Hall. If you ever get a chance, come visit.